Lords and ladies, welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later, which will most likely lag, but is still hosted by the usual person, Jacob Butter. I have to at some point just hook up the wireless microphone to the soundboard because I do miss that. I do miss that era. It it was like a couple weeks ago, if it's not that long ago. Uh, anyways, Aiden. Aiden is here.
Hi. Howdy.
Yeah. Just be forewarned, everyone, that it took like 25 minutes to download the video to watch today, where normally it takes like one, maybe two. So if there's any lag or connection issues, that's why.
Oh,
So,
well,
yeah.
I'll entertain this stream if you die, don't worry.
Fair enough. Or if I end up lagging, we'll see. All right, here we go. All right, so A Letter to Aphmau, Falcon Claw University, Episode 5. That's what we're looking at today. And I looked in the comments briefly, and it seems that there's like a few mentions of like people remembering the plush that Aaron gave Aphmau, which it makes me think that this is where Woof returns. I mean, of course,
I do quite like Woof. Although I will say, Woof was surprisingly underused in Season 5. Like, Woof made only a few appearances despite being brought to the island.
Oh yeah, and in the first episode, it did seem like there was going to be like a major contribution going on somewhere. Maybe Aphmau got too embarrassed because she spent so much time alone with Aaron. Maybe she got too embarrassed that she was still talking to the same plush as before. I mean, you want to what she went through with her poster senpai, so she's got that.
Like, I know the main reason why I think Plush or Woof was able to talk was because Aphmau wanted a character that Aphmau could bounce off of. In a room when she's alone and talk about guy stuff, because she couldn't use her mom character for that because her mom's character kind of
was so useless that an inanimate object, or well, inanimate sort of, was more of a maternal mother figure than her.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my thing with like parent characters is the fact that I do quite like parent characters to have at least something going on or some level of intrigue on them. Because like here's the thing. Because like we have Aphmau, which while Sylvana got actually characterized and somewhat developed eventually, Sylvana for a period of time was insufferable and had a lot of issues. Versus, say, the Mean Girls Season 1, where they were so boring, they were giant nothing burgers of characters.
I mean, I would say I would take the occasional moments where Sylvana can be comedic and somewhat interesting. I do appreciate those. However, I would take Milquetoast, Silas, and Genevra over Sylvana any day, so I regret nothing.
I just really wish more character traits were attributed. The only character traits that were stand out was the whole nickname thing. And that's the only thing that actually kept them somewhat involved in dialogue, because like they had no character traits. They're just boring milquetoast parents.
I mean, other than that, Genevra's scrapbooking and Silas's occasionally Italian accent, which, to be fair, I can't really take credit for that last one.
Well, yeah, but the whole scrapbooking thing I'm pretty sure was my idea, because it was based off my actual parents.
What?
Pretty sure. Like when we were writing that, I'm pretty sure I suggested, "Hey, why not throw this in as a mention as an actual character interest?"
Oh yeah, true. Because I forgot if I mentioned that in Season 1, Episode 7 when Matty got into
No, it wasn't mentioned. It was only mentioned in Season 2 when I was brought into the writing.
I see. Well, there you go. You made your contribution. You saw an error and you fixed it.
Yeah, I still think they're boring somewhat. I just think, I don't know. I just feel like there should be a balance of parents, because like they should be good characters, but they also should feel more like characters and feel less milquetoast, because milquetoast parents can be extremely boring in a story.
In that case, I would say we're filming this on the same day that Aiden put a poll asking which Fallen Angels characters we want to see more of, which I think include like Harvey, Helen,
Mrs. Dicer,
Julia, and Mrs. Dicer. Yeah, out of those four,
and then another section, which was leave a comment if you wanted to.
I've left my comments ready, but I'm kind of regretting that now. I should have gone, given what you just said, I should have gone for Jill and Lexa, possibly. See what other stuff they get up to. Well, not
I'm
everyone,
true.
obviously, because, you know, we must have some boundaries. Just gonna preface that.
Yeah, no. You see, we just make heat with Joel and Lex. God, that's all terrible.
The worst part is people would actually watch that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure someone in the God's community would be like, dang, isn't that so attractive? Like, no, please don't. Please don't do that with my characters. My characters, I prefer not to have that happen with them.
Oh my gosh, literal mummies. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, when I introduced Jill and Lexa, like, I actually tried to somewhat give them an intrigue where having them have relationship issues, you know? I mean, a bit of a weirder way to introduce characters, but, you know, them actually having a disagreement and getting some minor character traits from Lexa and Jill about, like, Jill being, like, the kind who gives people way too much credit and Lexa being the skeptical kind who always follows her gut. You know, like, with the fact that I gave them somewhat characterization,
I don't know if
despite being
just like them
screen.
overall as like them always approaching situations like that, or if it was just because that was literally about, like, you know, Jill's own brother, so it was kind of like, yeah, of course she'd be the one who was the more accepting in this instance.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, you know, no, that technically speaking, you could flip that around and be like, oh, you know, you've had issues in the family in the past, but give them another chance now. Your brother and sister, you know, that could have been the other solution. But either way, it was tied to that specific situation. So maybe they approach other stuff like that. We don't know. We haven't seen that yet.
I don't know. It's just my personal take on parents' characters to actually try to give them some level of character traits or interesting story behind them. Or anything.
Okay, great. Now watch that have nothing to do with the episode we're about to review.
Yeah. That's my rant about character traits and stuff like that. Anyways, let's keep going.
This is why every video with you doubles in length. Anyway, let's go. Wow. Without further distraction, on with the reaction.
How dare you, Baka?
It's true, I have Tammy the Bad Boy to prove it.
How dare. I mean, facts, but how dare. Oh, nice anime face. She looks tired.
Yeah, probably because she got the letter last episode. She might be tossing and turning.
Like a mess. I'm awake! I'm awake! Whoa, hey! You're awake! You know you slept the whole night, right? Wow, I had no idea. Someone
Why would someone need to be updated about that?
Up on the wrong bed this morning? Any reason in particular you were so tired?
Well, given that you're in the thumbnail of the video, Tara, you're about to find out the reason.
Why are you looking at me like that? No reason. I just thought maybe you were busy with that hottie I saw you with alone in the room? That didn't mean anything. It didn't, eh? Well, then can I have him? No!
What?
So you do?
Oh no, there's 4! Oh no, Tara's gonna be the 4th! She's a suspect now! Ah!
Like him, huh? Tara! I'm just saying, your faces were really close.
Also, wouldn't that be retreading old ground? You know, having her be a romantic rival to during a ship with Aphmau, because that was how they're apparently met, with the fact that a guy liked Aphmau, and then she liked that guy. So wouldn't that retread similar ground? Not the exact same ground, but it would retread similar ground enough.
Quite possibly. You know who hasn't realized that? Tara, apparently.
Get your mind out of the gutter! Look, you know how many romance shows I've been watching? A lot!
Yeah, she's been there when you were binging most of them.
In fact, I'm ready for some romance in my life. You're crazy, I swear. What? I'm crazy for love! You woke up on a different side of the bed, that's for sure.
At least you're not crazy in love. Don't say that joke or Savannah will hate you for 10 years.
Oh, don't worry. I have no interest in your man. I value our friendship too much to let that happen.
Again.
Yes. She's about to say again, isn't she?
Again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Aw, what a sweetie. But we're not dating or have any romantic interest. We're just friends.
Oh, well, you see, years from now, no. Years from now, I mean, Aaron kind of still has romantic interest in a way. I don't know. I didn't get why Aaron never approached her romantically. I know he had a lot going on during this time.
Are you kidding? He barely was able to say a word to her in this instance. I don't think he'd be ever able to like pretty much. I mean, he's relaxed around her now, great, but he didn't even. He jumped out of a window at one point. I highly doubt.
Yeah, but I'm surprised he never actually tried to get with her during this era because I mean they're both going to the same college. I mean, granted, obviously there's complicated stuff with Aaron's father, but still, it is one of those things that annoys me about the Aphmau romance is the fact that it took them 10 years to actually officially get together. Like again, if this was being an actual plotted romance, it would have made more sense to have them get together during either Falcon Claw universe. Falcon Claw would have made the most sense for them to get together. I mean, obviously, high school is kind of impossible with the whole age gap and the whole, complicated situation with Aaron going away to college. Mostly the age gap, though, because it would have been weird.
I guess. Although the episode 3, I think, came out on the 2nd anniversary of MyStreet itself as a series. So yeah, unfortunately, that was never going to end. That was just the inevitability of prequels, is the fact that you can't do certain stuff in them.
Yeah.
That face is pretty creepy, Tara.
Yeah, that's about right for Catface Studios.
Ugh. I need a shower. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The RA said that the hot water is going to be out for a day or two. Something about plumbing. Oh great. Well, that's never stopped.
Oh, well, to get Gareth and Lawrence to dress up as the Mario Brothers again, see if they can fix things and spy on Aphmau at the same time.
Stop me before. Or. Huh?
Oh, that's right, she didn't find it. Whoops.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I don't like that teasing.
Stay away from him. Hussy?
Yeah,
I like that voice acting there.
This is why it should have been this episode that was called Stay Away From Him, Hussy, rather than last one. But oh well.
What the? What's that?
Oh, and that musical change. Again, very appropriate.
Hussy? What is this?
It's the most PG swear word you can get away with without being demonetized on YouTube. So
it's not. I mean, it's like literal slut shaming. So that's great. We love that in Aphmau. Although
exactly, but they can't.
I thought early on it was handled well. Again, I said this before. I think early on the storyline was handled well, and maybe in the middle it was handled decently at times. But then near the end, it fumbled. I'm gonna coin a phrase right now. I'm gonna coin a phrase. Since you can't say that word from on YouTube and stuff, how about we call it from now on? We shall call that phenomenon hussy humiliation, so you can keep the alliteration going. There we go. Oh, you know what? Okay, so remember we talked about one day maybe
get that trending chat. I want to see
remember how we talked about doing like a
YouTube.
teen pregnancy storyline in one show.
Yes, I do remember.
We could actually implement a slut shaming storyline in that show.
You mean the hussy humiliation story?
Yeah. Yes, hussy humiliation. We could actually implement aspects of it. Maybe not have it be a full-on storyline, but have it be a part of the storyline where maybe like we get some minor bit of that, where maybe hear some whispers around the area. I mean, where it's just like, she was kind of a slut.
I know we kind of tossed the idea around, but I did imagine that was going to happen anyway, especially given the character that we chose for that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Threat. Let me see the note. This is in the format of a ransom note.
Yes, we can all see that, Tara.
Someone didn't want their handwriting to be noted. Is the note for me or you?
I mean, Tara hasn't pursued anyone for anyone yet, so she just needed to announce she would need a romance in her life right now, so yeah, probably not.
Alf, the note says, stay away from him. I haven't met any guys here in college. I've been busy watching Netflix to learn how to get guys.
I don't talk to boys. What do you mean?
This note is for you.
What
Is that like a chun forwards, like the camera?
You know what?
Like,
you know what? This would have made a bet. I think this whole scene would have made a decent ending for last episode. Like at least that way the note actually got developed.
Yeah. Again, if you're gonna have that title, you might as well do something more with it. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I haven't met any guys here at college either.
Yes,
You
you
were
did.
just talking about a guy that you had. That's
you
not
have
including Gareth.
associated with multiple boys. You associated
Yeah.
with Gareth publicly. You associated with Aaron mostly publicly. I mean, to be fair, most of it was in your residence, but you still were around Aaron outside for a little bit.
If someone was around in graduation days, you could, I guess, throw Antonio in there, maybe. But certainly those two.
I highly doubt anyone would actually care about graduation days if she haven't interacted with him since graduation days. I highly doubt.
Possibly.
Anyone
Well,
would
then again, yeah, of course not. But we know who it's about. But yeah,
I'm still sad
thinking.
about the whole Antonio thing though, because like, what was the point of having a whole episode focused on Antonio, or like having a thumbnail focused on him if you're not going to bring him back? That was such a random thing. He would have made more sense having a character around here or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he had a romantic storyline of Aph. Maybe he was interested in Aph or something like that. Or he could contribute to the slut-shaming one. Because,
maybe
like,
he
for
tries to hang
example,
out with her again, and she wants to stay away from all boys she's associated with, and therefore avoids him.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he could actually be useful for the storyline if utilized properly, but I don't know. Missed opportunities. I mean, Aphmau has quite a few of those. Add it to the bucket. Add it to the bucket of missed opportunities.
Oh yeah, if I ever start doing like the top 15 list or something, I'll just like do top 15 missed opportunities sometime.
We literally just talked about this. That guy I walked in on
Tara, you're doing my job for me.
you with?
Aaron? But I've known him since... Why would someone... Maybe it's a prank.
No, Aph. Even if this is a prank, this isn't something to take lightly. Someone went out of their way to make this note and deliver it to you. This is a threat.
What do I do?
Come on. We're taking this to the RA.
Play the intro.
Give me one more time. Yay, slut shaming.
Well?
Honestly, I think this is just a prank.
Huh?
The RA
We're
sucks.
freshmen. I hate to say this, but hazing is unfortunately very common.
Well, listen. It's a very serious thing when you get, that.
Yeah, I was going to say that the types of freshman pranks that I've heard of, because that over here, that never didn't really actually happen at all. But yeah, the stuff I've heard of, actually, they usually does not go into this territory.
Look at someone trying to scare you and get into your head.
That's not a very
Well, they succeeded.
good answer.
Hazing shouldn't be something people put up with.
I'm just saying it is. It's not like I like it either.
You're our RA. Isn't there anything you can do about this?
The only thing I can do is take it to the dean. But unless you know who did it, then there's not much anyone can do. I'll take this to the dean and keep you guys
and that's
updated,
where the
all right?
investigation storyline coming across. Maybe Aphmau asks around during a montage. She goes like, "Hey, do you know where you heard this information from?" And then they're like, "Get away from me, you hussy," or something like that. I don't know, something like that. And then we actually have Aphmau being an active protagonist and not just like sitting down and taking whatever the eventual slut shaming she gets from the school for, or for all the rumors and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's one of those things that, again, personally annoys me about it. Like, she never at one point ever becomes active in that approach of actually wondering,
Yeah, because actually, to be honest, that is something that she did when she was accused of tagging the school. Not dating Ian, no. Tagging the school, the Shadow Knights thing from Phoenix Job High, where Ian actually did help her investigate. That is also true.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the dating Ian part I mean, she did everything in her power to actually just dispel that rumor, but it didn't really work because it was one alpha's word versus
but,
the other.
she actually tried at least there. She doesn't even try here. She just becomes a social recluse for a bit and becomes really apprehensive about showing any attention towards guys in public. Like, like at one point Aaron is like, hey, you want a hug? Because like they're gonna go their separate way after like the arcade date, I think. Not a date, but arcade event. And then she's like, I can't, because she's scared someone will see her. But I mean, that's as far as it goes. Like, she never actively takes that approach, and that just personally annoys me about the storyline and how it's written.
I guess
I wish Ghosty was here. I wish Ghosty was here so she could talk about this more and get her analysis. Because I don't know if she would have the same opinion or different opinion, but I don't know.
I don't know. I imagine you probably sent her a link without telling me at this point.
Oh, I didn't. You want me?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Just normally people either ask to join this or somebody who's already in there sends a link out randomly. I don't tend to just be like, hey, you join this one. Except for that time I sent Enticing to Monet because I did that as a promise. But yeah.
Can I take a picture of it?
Seriously? That letter is a threat!
If that's how you see it, then maybe it's best you step away from the guy.
Oh,
Honestly,
great!
Yeah, that
Great.
part, that's where I'm like, no, that's not.
Don't give in to someone's threat. If someone threatens me or anything like that, I'm not being, oh, maybe I shouldn't listen. Like, no, screw you. I'm doing what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some fine print to that. If somebody's like, starts like showing like violent tendencies or something, while they're threatening you, yeah, deal with that first. And, try to avoid the source and the perpetrator, until the situation's blown over, because your safety is important in that situation.
Yeah,
but otherwise, if just like a random note or something, yeah, if that's as far as one person is prepared to go, that's whatever, Like, it's not like they're doing much else.
It's the fact that she's like, oh, just don't talk to him. Just listen to the note. It's just kind of like, really? I don't think that's a good idea. Because I mean,
this is kind of like, remember that one comment I got a while ago, which was like, how dare you make a video on Aphmau? She works hard on her videos and raw and stuff like that. And it's just like, well, that's what art is there to do. It's like if I listened to that one person in the comments was like, well, time to destroy a 2-year-long series then, just end the streak. Whatever.
Worth that kind of drama. You ladies have a good day.
You aren't helpful.
Ugh! What crawled up her butt and died?
Tara, I'm fine.
It's weird because Aphmau sometimes has slightly more mature terms and writing in here, because I mean that's pretty ballsy thing to say in a show.
It's hardly the most daring thing she's ever put on script at this point.
Yeah, I know, but like it's
I don't want to see you hurt.
I know with Aphmau.
Fair enough. Well, wait till we get to Minor Demons in a couple years' time.
Again.
Oh yeah. Well, are we covering that?
Well, I don't know.
That's not part of the MyStreet.
I know.
I've
had requests from people to be like, "Oh, you're gonna do Minor Demons or something." It's like if enough people want them, I guess maybe I'll do like a separate series on Minor Demons specifically. But I don't know.
I told you, Aaron and I aren't dating. I don't know why someone would send me that letter.
Could still be about Gareth. You were in pub with Gareth at one point.
Because they're mean jerks who don't have anything better to do with their lives than send a nasty note to a freshman college student. Alf, remember high school? The dude I had the biggest crush on had a thing for you. I was young and stupid, and I wanted him to notice me. So instead of talking to him about my feelings, I was a coward and took it out on you by making fun of you.
Alright, Tara, you're off the suspect list. You've grown.
In the end, you and I became friends. But I never went to this length to send a letter like this.
Tara.
I'm worried about you because people can be stupid if they're motivated by love.
What am I going to do?
We're gonna see if someone in our hall saw who delivered this letter. Come on.
That was good foresight from Alpha to take a picture. Even if it is upside down. That purple-haired girl's like really cold. She's like, no, I have not seen them. didn't play it great. This would be a good chance to see like a lot. If this is the freshman block, you know, show us Diana, Antonio, you know, Ken, all those people. I don't pay attention to preps, dude. I don't care about them.
You could actually show crap Antonio if he's still going to school.
You can even show Zane, for crying out loud. Actually,
I feel I bet Zane's reaction would be, "Ugh, like I care. You probably deserve it."
Yeah, he'd probably laugh at her and say something like that, but yeah, we could still show him. However, I just realized something. Kawaii-chan is probably in the same block. If someone is coming after... Well, first of all, she'd be rejoiced that Aaron and Aphmau even hang out to begin with, first when she gets the context. But secondly, once someone knows, she knows that someone's messing around with the ship. Ooh, that's...
I mean, I don't... Here's the thing about Kawaii-chan, though. I feel like Kawaii-chan would take this extremely serious. I don't feel like she would take it lightly. Like, I think she would focus more on her friend first in that situation rather than the whole shipping aspect of it. Because, I mean, it's been proven like that Kawaii-chan could really tone herself down if need be. You know,
I reckon she'd go berserk for both reasons. I mean, to be honest, but the method would benefit Aphmau either way. So why repress yourself in that instance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or something.
Also, I don't know if Aphmau would even want to disclose like a lot of serious stuff to her friends like that, like go into like serious conversation, because it's weird because Aphmau and the prequels have never been one to open up to anyone. Honestly, I kind of blame Sylvana for that from psychoanalyzing her, because Sylvana must have maybe taught her that, you know, opening up only goes wrong. You know,
I don't know if she taught her that specifically, but inadvertently. Most likely, because again, she's the kind of person that you could just never rely on for proper.
Yeah, I mean, you like tell her something, and then she freaks out about it, and then she goes all berserk and on it, and then she gets opinionated, and it's just like you're not helping.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sarah,
yeah.
Listen, I know you're worried about me, and I'm just as worried as you are.
But
until something else happens, can we just drop it for now? Honestly, I'm getting stressed worrying about it this much.
Yeah, I know what you say about like that, like being active. I say it's more of an issue later than it is in this episode, because
it's not a problem in this episode, but it's a problem later in the series because she becomes so passive to the point where it
fine, we got it. We don't have to repeat that again. You've said it a million times already.
I will state it till it gets drilled in people's head and they
fine. I'll keep playing the episode then.
And since we have no evidence.
You're right. There's not much but Aph, if anything else related to this happens, let me know. I'm not gonna let someone push you around.
Don't worry.
And I will not do that. Don't worry.
Right. I think I'm gonna go to the cafe. I got a class soon. Wanna come?
Nah. I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. I don't have class today, so I'm off.
No class on Friday? Lucky! I have 3 classes today and one is at night. Blah. Anyway, you stay here and de-stress, okay? Call me if you need me.
Okay,
right.
One thing that I would do in this situation is I would force Aphmau to come or decide to stay. Because as much as Aphmau thinks being alone will help, it doesn't always help. It sometimes makes the problem worse. Especially when I'm worried.
What I would do is just stay with her and take her mind off things. I wouldn't go quite into the realms of like forcing her to go out with you, because
I wouldn't do that. I would be like, hey, let's watch a Netflix show or something like that, or I don't know.
That is classic Tara. Yeah.
Whatever Tara wants, something that Aphmau would be into or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Put a zombie movie on for her. That always works.
No.
Oh, what's in that box? What has she not unpacked yet? Is this why we had to get rid of Tara for this scene? Is this why she didn't stay? Is it just because we need her to be alone for this to work? Maybe.
Why would someone send that note to me? Am I crying? Why? Why am I crying about this? It's not like our RA did anything.
Maybe
It was
that's why
just
you're
a
crying.
stupid note.
Hmm.
I need to stop being so sensitive.
No, Aphmau, be a little bit sensitive. It's
Whoa,
fine.
was that a
It
bump? Was that an actual, honest to goodness bump? From
That
the
may have
box?
been me.
Oh, okay. Right. Fine, it's because...
I'm rocking back in my chair because I can't sit still.
Okay.
This stupid thing.
Aww.
I'm glad I remembered it.
Plush is like, oh, I couldn't breathe in there. Finally got me out of there, woman.
But I mean, doesn't Plush only have like stuffing? Like how would the?
I just...
I don't know. It has sweat glands. That's the thing. We've seen it sweat before. I don't know what its anatomy is made of.
wanna
Yeah,
tell.
true.
I want to forget. But it's still bothering me. Nothing to say,
It
huh?
literally just happened. You're not gonna forget that quickly.
That's fine. I don't blame you. Even I'm having a hard time talking right now.
I was in a box. I couldn't hear anything. Tell me what happened.
I just want to sleep.
I hope that wasn't the only part of the return. Come on. Come on now. There's Garth with his trade of fangirls again.
Aphmau!
Is that a boy? Quick, run!
Oh, hey, Garth.
How are things going?
Terrible.
Just meh today.
They told me you've been
Terrible.
running off lately and having a hard time getting sleep.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Aph, I wanted to see if you wanted to maybe hang sometime.
Huh? Oh, I'm free right now.
Class soon, but I was thinking more like after on the weekend, and maybe get something to eat.
That would be nice, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but let me call you when I'm ready. I'm just kind of all over the place today.
I thought she was going to say somewhere out of campus, but yeah.
Totally understandable.
We gotta go.
All right then.
I need to learn how to say your name. Come back, Garth.
Is your number still the
Gar.
same from high school?
No, I had to change it. Here, I'll write it down.
Oh, and you wonder why Aaron didn't contact you on your cell phone. It's like, oh no, I had no text messages from him. Yeah, well, no wonder. What the heck, Aphmau?
Down for you.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, Aaron also changed his number, or doesn't have.
He doesn't have a number. Yeah, but from her perspective, she was like, he hasn't reached out to me at all. It's like, well, if you change your phone number, then yes, obviously that's gonna.
Okay, I'm going to compare this to a friend. Remember I mentioned that friend who kind of disappeared for like a year and a half because they had to go to their mom and stuff like that? Yeah, apparently they also changed their phone number while they were gone. So basically, she had to give me her new phone number when she came back. So yeah, so basically, yeah.
Okay, but did that friend think that you had abandoned her because you weren't contacting her on her new contact that you did not yet possess?
No.
Exactly. That's the difference.
Although she did lose touch
Awesome.
with a lot of people while she was gone,
you.
so because you know.
Which I don't want. I'm not surprised if she changed her number. Anyway.
I'll text you my number.
Awesome. See you later, Garth.
Gagar.
I got her number.
Yes, she's your friend. Of course you got
for the
her number.
second time. You know, if only Dante was here to see this, he was always like, oh, it's so hard. Aphmau can't get a girl's number on the first day. Well, look at Gareth. He got the same girl's number twice. Way to go.
I didn't think she'd... Maybe I have
What?
a chance.
Okay, why didn't you think she'd give it to you? Like, what?
I mean, you are friends. I mean, or assumably friends.
You
I
coming,
hope.
Garth?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hold us up.
Is she your friend?
An old friend.
Is she your friend? That hussy?
A really nice old friend.
Oh, so you used to date her too?
Daniel. Not
Ah.
Daniel. Ross.
Ross. Ross, yes.
That's
Had a
like
thing at
me
one
voicing
time.
a random girl character. You know, I
Which
want
you
to do that
you,
now.
you actually did do that in Through Her Eyes.
But
Did
she
I?
thought him with my best friend at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Wait,
the,
was
yeah,
that-
the,
was
the,
this-
the boba tea stand vendor, remember?
Wait, that was a girl? I thought that was a guy.
Then
What?
I would have played up the girl
Nothing,
angle
nothing.
more. I would have been, oh my gosh, girl, you got boba tea. You're a normal boba tea person. You like to get boba tea often. I don't know.
You know
I
what?
forget
That's
the line.
it's probably for the best I didn't tell you then.
it's a long.
I would have played
complicated
up that
story.
angle a lot
We
more.
were kids when our parents met, and I'm just glad to see her again.
Oh, okay. Let's get to class.
Let's.
That was
You know who actually should be here? Ivy. Wouldn't it have been? Oh wait, no. I guess technically they had to separate from high school for the apprentice thing to work. But I don't know. Just thinking like because of, like, oh, Gareth and I've been friends for so many years. No, Gareth and I've been friends for however long. It's like, but we've been friends before we even knew each other who we were and whatever. It's like, oh no, I'm defeated. I don't know. I just remembered Ivy for a second there. It's like, oh, okay.
I
Could have
feel
been
like
interesting
Ivy
angle.
wouldn't make much sense here, but you know.
Yeah, because of the whole, I guess, yeah, for the angle from college. Yeah. Then again, you know, if it didn't cross paths, I guess it could still technically
I mean, you know
sort of
who would
work.
make sense here? Lawrence.
Lawrence, yes,
And
I know.
Dante, because of that
I've
reference to season
expended-
3.
I've expended enough energy talking about why Dante and Lawrence should have been here as well.
weird. That was
But
weird,
yes.
right?
She sure gets around.
They're still at the top.
Oh god. Shut up, Dante, Daniel, girl.
She sure
female
gets around. They say as all three of them follow the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
quick
I think they're hoes. They're all hoes. They're
Oh my.
Garth hoes.
I mean, you're not too far off. That is literally what happened in high school. Actually, yeah, we should be saying that Garth's the one who gets around. You know, Prince Charming.
Is there Aaron? Oh no.
Didn't Tara say she'd be here? Maybe it's like a time has passed. She's in class now. I
Time
don't
has
know.
passed. Remember, she fell asleep cuddling with the Plush.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Unless it was a very quick nap.
I mean, it could have been. I wouldn't have been able to sleep that long if it was me.
Look, I
Oh my goodness, there's Betty with her compulsion again. You know, good thing BB's not here right now.
love horror.
What?
I
What?
haven't
Wait.
seen it.
Why? Why?
Well, you and Jenny.
What's it,
Because
BB?
every time she's here, she points out, you know, the more that like the same concern about Betty's apparent eating disorder, which is unconfirmed, but still.
Can go. I don't want to. Plus, I'm so sad about you burning the mac and cheese.
Betty, we're friends. We do things together when we're sad to make each other feel better.
You're dead to me.
What?
Ugh.
You're
I
dead to me.
mean-
That's why I'm sitting next to you. Harumph.
You come, I'll buy you a large popcorn, Poopsie, and a hot dog.
Throw in some nachos and chocolate crunch and we've got a deal.
I thought you were gonna say mac and cheese.
You're lucky I'm too tired to argue with you.
This is my chance.
Huh?
I'm gonna invite Aaron to the movies with us. What?
Good idea. Honestly, why not?
How are you gonna do that?
I invite a friend of his. Or at least, I hope she's a friend.
I'm gonna use Aphmau as collateral damage.
Oh no. This is doomed to fail, you know.
You do it, Jenny. Thanks, Betty.
Oh my word, Betty,
It was
stop.
supposed to be just us three.
The more the merrier.
that eating noise is
Yeah, Betty is like there's like really deadpan for some reason.
I like. Okay, here's the thing. I like characters like Betty and even Luca. Like, I don't know why. I know they're like been flanderized a lot, but I still like them because they're just fun, entertaining characters with weird, quirky traits, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're flanderized and all, but they're still entertaining.
Yeah, I think again, you know, we mentioned before, which we were trying to figure out the secret a while ago, is like why the characters stand out so much. It is really because of just those things, essentially.
Yeah.
Hey, Aph? Oh, hey, Jenny. I know this is sudden, but I was wondering if you wanted to go to the movies.
Movies?
Yeah. We didn't really get a chance to talk the other day, and I thought it would be fun to get to know ya. Plus, you can bring a friend with you, too. That way, you won't be uncomfortable.
This would have been the most amazing thing if she just brought Gareth along because he wanted to hang out on the weekend, and she decided, oh, wait a minute, I've got another plan now. I'm going to combine the two of them. And then it's revealed, like, only towards the end. It's like, oh, look, my friend's here. And then Jenny's like, this is the moment. My hunk has arrived. And then Aphmau's like, this is my friend Gareth. It's like, what?
I mean, that's how the plan could have easily backfired, but you know, it worked out in her favor somehow.
I guess we wouldn't have had Aaron bonding with Agent R because of the increased liberties and like how that goes down if we didn't have this situation. So maybe it was for the best. Blah blah blah.
I mean, I have been wanting to go to the movies. Really? Great! Any idea who you're bringing? I mean, this would be a great event to socialize at. We're going as a big group, and it would be great if someone who didn't talk to many people got the chance to.
Oh, absolutely. 1 second. Hey, Aaron, you know how you're terrified of human contact? Well, I have a massive group of people are going to the movies with. Honest. Would you like to join?
Because, like, my whole thing is, like, I feel like over time I've gotten better of handling being in big groups and stuff like that with, like, Discord calls especially, but, like, you know, it's like I feel like I was a lot reserved at the beginning. A lot more reserved.
I imagine that you would be more intimidated if it was just, like, everyone, like, dogpiling at once, you know?
Yeah, but you kind of got to dip your toe into it and then get used to at least being around more than one person rather than struggling interacting with anyone.
I mean, just look at Shorty, for example. You know, a casual group of people just, you know, talking about a series that he made a while ago. You know, wasn't too bad, but allowed for some you know, some long-lasting friendships. In fact, compare that to 8 or 9 Duolingo birds all at once in one group chat as part of initiation into a company. Yeah, I can see the difference.
You know?
Wait, what?
Well.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Like I'm pretty sure it was Jaden who invited Shorty onto like when I needed a replacement for Reina. Because I originally asked Jaden to voice Reina when Maya left because, you know, Jaden voiced Geneva, so it makes sense for her to take over both characters. But apparently that was not straightforward enough. So instead, she just kind of chose Shorty out of nowhere. I was like, oh, you know, we'll bring her in apparently. My introverted friend into a voice acting group, which I don't know, maybe she expressed interest in voice acting at the time. I have no idea. Whatever.
Yeah.
It worked out in the end. But the point is it was because it's just Jaden and Jaden has, you know, the same level of tact as an African elephant. You basically she just added Shorty onto like a group chat we were all already speaking in. Without much of a warning when we're doing in the middle of our Duolingo bird like phase that we all decided to do at once, which of course was not the best initiation for somebody as shy as Shorty was back then, and arguably still is now, and where you only know one person. Not a good idea.
Okay, I mean, Caitlin and Luca definitely don't fit that. I mean, maybe someone more quiet, but it's your choice. Oh wait, they're already going alone. Ugh.
Oh wait a minute, they're already going alone the same day? Oh come on, Aphmau, you're gonna crash their date now.
Oh, that's right, Aaron. Jackpot! no one, just an old friend.
Yeah, who is in your class that we have seen. Okay, anyway.
Awesome! Oh, so we're going later tonight. I'll text you the details, okay? Sure.
Oh, I guess due to the weekend ago, so they wouldn't have matched up. Whatever.
Perfect! See you then! Aaron said he'd with many people. This might be a nice change of him. Yeah, I can totally invite him. I hope he comes.
What was that about, Jenny?
I invited
Why are you so angry, Kathy? Did something annoy you? Hmm?
her. She's friends with Aaron, and she's inviting him too!
All right, Jenny. You know what? They can come.
I am impressed that Kathy didn't even flinch at this point. That means she's either already prepared her answer in her mind for this performance, or she's just so good in the moment that she could actually suppress her entire reaction and completely be believable.
On one condition. You need to speak with Aaron at this event. No shy stuff. It's all...
And she is kind of like, she's doing the Aphmau role here, which is like, you need to talk to Reese in full sentences and give the Christmas present yourself.
Okay, I will say, adding this condition doesn't really make much sense with her motives, because like...
Well, no, but it makes sense for her cover-up. That's the thing. I mean, she's tried like subtly trying to convincing Jenny that it's never going to happen. But now, in the moment, she has to play the supportive friend. Otherwise, Jenny's going to suspect something.
Maybe. I mean, what did she think though? If Betty actually ended up starting to date Aaron, like what? Like, how do you cover that up? Like.
Well, guess what? We will find out later, won't we? Because
we won't. Because how would she cover it up if they actually started dating? If not Betty, crap.
Jenny,
not Jenny. Yandere girl.
But she's Yandere girl.
Yandere girl. What if she actually dated Aaron? Like, how would she cover that up to Jenny? Like that would.
You mean if the plan was successful in the end? I imagine that if Jenny lost interest in Aaron over time and then she somehow took more initiative after that fact, maybe she would have worked her way up to saying this is just how it ended up. I don't know. It depends, because remember how I said one time that I confessed my feelings to this one girl and then dated her best friend like 3 days later.
Yeah.
I've told the story before in case anyone's wondering what on earth I'm on about in chat. I swear it's not as bad as it sounds. Because I knew that the actual, the first one didn't actually have feelings for me. I just wanted to get that off my chest. But then later on, somehow I started like DMing the best friend more and more, just completely irrelevantly from the past conversation. Well, I built on from that. And then that just somehow turned to flirting, and then we ended up actually dating. But before that happened, the best friends actually went to the first girl and actually said what was going on, because obviously the first girl had told her best friend about the confession that had just occurred before. So then it was clarified with me. In fact, actually the first girl messaged me later on, was like, "This is what happened." I said, well, "Okay, this is how it went," and eventually it all got sorted. So, and we dated. That was how that went. So, these situations can be resolved sometimes. I know it's kind of like girl code not to do that, but I guess the best friend, the one that I actually did end up dating, is apparently now pursuing a legal career. So I guess that's a loophole somewhere. There you go.
All or nothing.
I plan on it.
Good. And since we're inviting random people now...
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey! Diana! Oh, hey,
Oh, she is trying to wreck her chances.
Yeah. Or get rid of all three romantic rivals in one fell swoop by having Aaron, I guess, be uncomfortable in a massive group of people featuring all three of them. That feature Kathy herself as well, so that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, that would get rid of herself by a lot.
Movie with us tonight?
She doesn't prep. You need to learn that society is just trying to warp your view on it.
Is that Ken's first experience? I think that's Ken's first appearance.
Oh no. He's been around in a few other episodes.
He has?
Yes.
What?
Yes, he has.
She's a prep, Diana.
Ken, shut up.
Awesome. Here, let me give you the deets.
Whatever. Kathy is just butthurt.
I wonder why.
Oh, she is, and you have no idea. This is why it's so good a second time. It's like you could see. Anyway.
What?
You know what? Forget that. I'm Levi drinking to Kathy right now. I don't care. Episode's not over. Whatever.
Forget
Levi
about
drink
the.
to
What
Kathy.
about the
Here we
giant
go.
harp, though? Are we gonna question the giant harp? Where did that
Maybe
come
after
from?
drink first. Drink first.
Oh God! Who plays the harp? Also, why would you? I mean, I guess. Okay, so that friend I mentioned also was in band and like orchestra and stuff like that. So she has a bunch of instruments that she got from school that she paid for and stuff like that.
Yes.
But like, was like Aphmau or Tara in like some sort of band in school?
I would have
harp?
to guess. I would have to guess Terra, because otherwise it would have come up if it was Aphmau.
Yeah.
Hey, FC. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. What?
You wanna go to the movies tonight with me and a few peeps?
What? You mean like outside?
Yeah. No, I mean inside. What do you think?
Yeah, no, we'll just binge watch a movie on Netflix, or like several movies on Netflix, while my nosy roommate makes fun of us. You know, what a great idea.
You said you didn't get out much, remember?
Yeah, but
Actually, I'm surprised that she didn't think of inviting Terra before Aaron at this point, because you seem to think that Caitlin and Luca were first billing, apparently in her mind. We never got around to Terra. Oh.
I mean, isn't Caitlin like canonically her best friend?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, at this point, I would imagine that.
I think it was stated at one point that Caitlin was her best friend, right? I think.
Actually, it was stated by Caitlin in Phoenix Drop High episode 3 that Aphmau was her new best friend when she was fighting with Lucinda before they got turned into cats. I'm not sure how much weight that holds, but they are definitely closest of friends. Yes.
That's because
I think it would be awesome to go with you. I've been having a lot of depressing feelings today, and I just want to do something to get my mind
the guilt
off
trip. No, it's not really a guilt trip, but bringing that up when asking someone something, it's perfect.
Yeah. Unfortunately, text is tone deaf sometimes, so you never know. Unless you punctuate it properly, that's why it exists. Anyone's writing gotcha scripts. Just saying.
Who needs punctuation? Punctuation is for
all
scrubs.
gotcha tubers need punctuation desperately.
They also need spelling issues.
When and what time?
So,
Yes.
8 p.m. Attendance at the local theater.
all right, I'm in.
Really?
Yeah, I've
Good thing Falconclaw only has one local theater.
always wanted to go there.
You haven't been? But you've been going here for years.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you tonight, Shu.
See ya, FC. Get my mind off that note. Yeah, this should be fine.
My favorite guy is a guy or time. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to sneak
I
out.
thought it was kind.
Kind. I don't know. I don't know the words. Give me one more time.
I'll look at that later.
Give me one more time.
Hussy humiliation.
What?
There we go. All right. So
Yeah. Anyways, final thoughts on the episode. I liked it.
yeah, God, you sound like Josh. Okay. Yeah. I also liked it. Yes. Well.
Yeah, I mean, I will say
further.
there's just a problem with the last episode's branding, but last episode branding really should have been this episode's branding. But
Yeah, I mentioned that at the end of the last episode that this one definitely it seemed much more like, the note like it kicks off the plot of this episode, and and has like the ripple effect on her for the rest of it. So yeah, I guess A Letter to Aphmau technically fills that criteria, but it's
it's not as good as Stay Away from Hussy as a title.
Yeah, so it's not as punchy, Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah,
Caitlin wasn't in the episode, but if she was in the episode, she would give all the punchies.
Yeah. Well, as would Kawaii-chan. I felt, if Ken and Kawaii-chan ever got word of this happening, we just see them in the last episode just dogpile on Kathy.
Oh, like how Caitlin
catpile
Ian. I remember that when Ian got his comeuppance from Caitlin, got the punchies into faces.
Yeah, definitely. But and also when Gareth and Lawrence snooped around in Kawaii-chan's phone to get the information, like the address of where Aphmau was moving to, and also saw that it had an unread text message. Yeah, but I mean that was such a legendary beatdown; it had to be cut away from. So yes, between the pair of them, Kathy would be destroyed. She would never walk again. So yes.
Well, okay, and I will say about that scene of Kawaii-chan, I'm pretty sure they weren't trying to hurt Kawaii-chan. Because, like, that probably kind of, like, made Kawaii-chan get the upper hand, because, like, obviously they wouldn't want to hurt Kawaii-chan when Kawaii-chan was clearly trying to hurt them.
Well,
like,
yes.
I mean, it's harder to restrain someone without hurting them, compared to actually, trying to punch someone in the face and clawing at their face. Just saying.
This is of course assuming that Kathy's not. I mean, Kathy would try to defend herself more in this situation, but again, Caitlin would counteract that. So I do think.
I was talking about like the whole Garth and Lawrence and Kawaii-chan thing that you always bring up.
Yeah, what you say that Garth didn't want to hurt Kawaii-chan. Yes, that's why the beat. But I'm talking. But regardless of whatever happened, the beatdown, the damage dealt by Kawaii-chan remains the same, regardless of whether they defended them or not, which they probably didn't. You're right, but again, the point still stands. Much like and they almost were not by the end of it because they were clearly like hobbling around and like crouched over. So yeah, probably bruised in several places and scratched where they don't want to get scratched.
I don't know.
So yeah,
I thought this episode had a very solid plot. It was solid.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's a bit more consistent than the rest of them. I don't know. It depends. I guess by this point we're getting into the routine of, okay, we're either in the dorm or the cafe or somewhere outside of campus because I guess, who wants to see the classes, am I right? School sucks. We're going to set everything in schools. Anyway, so I guess that, but so there will come a moment when the variation of that will, the lack of variation will be an issue. But then again, I guess they're about to go to the movies, so should be fine. Should be fine for a change of scenery at the moment, and it looks like in episode 7 will be the same. So it doesn't seem to have much of an issue so far. Well, who knows what will happen. But I guess we get to find that out at some point, which will of course be on. I don't know. I think I'm having connection issues, but I'm going to do the outro anyway, just in case. So we'll find out about that on the 15th when we go and look at the video. I don't need rules. So, same time. Same
I don't
place,
need no rules.
I will see you there. But in the meantime, we see Aaron just coming out of a window during that. So yeah, you can imagine what that one's.
Yeah. But until next time.
And like and subscribe is what I was about to say.
Yeah, do that.
Either do my outro too quickly or prolong it. Whatever. Bye.
Drugs.